on automatic.
My hands, Bob.
All right.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah, we,
Yeah.
we can't do
Yeah.
that.
You can blend in with these folks as if it means.
Put it on him a while.
Don't put it
Hey.
on me.
That's it.
He's had everything but a heart transplant and a hysterectomy.
Good enough. That
And the
was
hammer
good.
toe.
I like that line.
Should have got your line to him.
I'm getting a hammer. Hey, Bobby,
Huh?
I'm getting a hammer toe transplant next week.
Hammer toe?
Yep,
What is that?
like that.
When his toes are
Yeah,
over,
yeah, you.
your toe, one toe lops over the other
Yeah.
toe, and they straighten it out. That's called a hammer toe.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
I didn't know that. No, I thank you.
You don't. You can have one too.
I
if
believe
you
I'll
want.
pass on that one. For the time being.
Yeah. It's called a hammer toe.
Hammer toe. I had a trigger finger one time.
Well, I had a hysterectomy.
Well, good for you, darling.
Your husband is shaking his head.
In disbelief.
I'm not going to tell everything now.
Well,
My
I
face
think
is
you
really
just
right
had.
now.
I think you just
Oh.
did.
Oh, that's great. Oh, shoot.
Miles and plumb out of town.
Talk about everything except the method of payment. I wish
That's just an extension of his tongue right
Bud
there.
and a couple of other guys went up to Oklahoma.
That used to be my horse until I traded
He
it.
said one more thing. How you doing? He said, how much was that again? 232.
Tables was 325
I don't know, I'm
million.
making up. And he said, yeah, that's right. So he said,
I call it whatever you got. Hey, pretty girl. Good to see you.
no, I was there for all of you because I was born there. Oh, were you? Yeah, that's right.
How are you?
But I was and he came back and handed me a check for cash. My husband made me fighting for things.
Well, you know, I heard him today.
I never had
glad you were there to protect us. That's the reason we're free today.
Well, you were free to.
I knew it had to be something like that.
Well, you were free to pursue country music. Kids up line like that.
Hey. Keep watching the Ozarks.
How are you?
You know, if it hadn't been for her. And I was there. I made me a home.
Did you? He'd have never bought the place. She wanted
Yeah, well, that's what I was told.
The letter said for the girls to do it, not for us. Hey, Oz, how are you? How are you today?
Because it was just coming from here and going and seeing it.
Stan Hitchcock, I was good to
Well,
see you.
good to see you.
Hadn't seen you since I was a kid, and you was even smaller than that. Yeah,
Jimmy, what'd you want, Jimmy?
It's us.
JC, what do you want?
You at work and me looking ignorant. Yeah, I want to
you
tell
want
you. Do you mind if I do Joyeux Noel on this show?
Oh, I think it'd be if you remember the words. Don't ask me to sing along with you. That's all I gotta say.
Well, I
That'd be
thought
cool.
maybe you might like the idea.
That'd be cool. Matter of fact, I should. Have you gotten actual CDs yet? Of her? Have you got the actual CD yet? Guy called me Friday. He's gonna send me some, so I'll get. Okay.
Are you making? You having something made of her?
No, on Louise.
Oh,
You
okay,
got the
good.
actual CDs?
No.
She's supposed to get me some next week.
Okay,
I'll
good.
make sure you get them. Okay?
Good. Capturing the lines is what you're talking about. I'm trying to remember the lines and he's trying to photograph them.
They're going to try to make me pretty. It's never worked yet. I don't know if it's going to work now or not. What do you think?
It's always worked from that bird.
That's about 3.5.
Like that or
2 miles.
Either way, whenever you're comfortable.
clothes?
Dallas is dark.
Long right across the street is called Newman's Trail. To the right.
You know,
It's about a mile and a
I
half.
guess the older we get, the more we need this. Because I've noticed my face is not all the same color anymore.
Pigmentation.
Is that because I haven't been out in the sun, or what is it, you think?
It's a combination of being in the sun, maybe in some spots. Yeah. A little bit of hyperpigmentation.
Great personality.
He's going to capture
I
this
tell you
up
what,
close, isn't he?
he's getting the whole.
The world is just busy and wonderful. Thank you.
And it's been paying off.
Yeah, I know it is. Mine is too. Darn right it is.
That's quit.
Anyway, so I need them to
Poor
take.
Jimmy every day.
And he goes,
I'm hoping he'll grow out of it. Thank you, dear.
you better hurry up on it, because I'm fixing to put my drawers on right here in this room.
Well,
And they're right there behind Bill Anderson, and Bill's gonna have to move too.
I ain't turning my head. I'm standing right here. You charge admission?
50 cents.
I think I see. What have I got?
You ain't got enough.
I got 19 cents.
That don't get
What
it.
does that get me?
A peek through the window.
Cut.
You wouldn't start that when I've got the camera on top of my head.
I wanna be ready, Lord, to walk in Jerusalem just like John. I wanna be ready. I wanna be ready. I wanna be ready, Lord, to walk in Jerusalem just like John. I wanna be ready. I wanna be ready. I wanna be ready, Lord, to walk in Jerusalem just like John.
Thank you, Bill.
That's fun. Get everybody on that, that'd be good.
She's a
I
sweet lady.
believe I got a Jordanian taxi driver. I've only been in the States 1 month.
She's doing, and you didn't know how to find
Try to
it.
speak
Want a
English.
minute?
No,
I got
I was hoping,
Just
trying to get this thing cranked.
I was hoping that John would have called me. I was ready to bring you in.
Where do you stay at?
Well, I got my own burying you. That's all right. I've been buried before.
You know who
Every
is
time
bad.
Cindy Walker goes behind me, every time Cindy Walker goes
And then Sidecar Willie.
How you doing, Jimbo?
Good color. Eyes of Brian.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No yellows, they just look good.
Better than laying down.
Oh, yeah. How's Mama done? She's
Mama's done good. She's over at the motel.
Oh, good.
She didn't want to go over nothing.
Yeah. When I get tired going to the doctor.
You makes me laugh. I love it when people make me laugh.
I do, sure do.
Have you ever had cataract surgery?
I had implants, and this one went bad. And it distorts everything. And the only time, you know, I can close it, but you're liable to get food slapped out of you like that. Close this one, and I can see good. Then. They think you're winking at them.
He had his, both of them.
Well, he winks at them anyway.
Yeah.
You slap him when he winks? Just let him.
This is the way he, sure, man,
Yes, well, ain't.
You have to do it that way.
Yeah.
There's a button there.
Oh. What's wrong with eyeball?
Did you know, Boxcar Willie's here? Yeah.
I knew he was supposed to be. Is he
Yeah.
here today?
Yeah, he's here. And I tell Lavelle. And he'll know a lot of stories. If you tell them on somebody, they know something on you, and they'll tell on you. See?
That's right. I was here last year, and there's a lot of things I had to turn the camera off.
My face, for one. We can't tell them everything they know right here.
No. If you do.
We won't have nothing to tell them in there. But he might take it and work it in.
That's right.
This is your friend? Yeah. This is me. This is me and you're dating?
Yeah.
You are,
Yeah.
you are a handsome couple.
How about that?
Really?
We're dating if we can ever find time to go out.
I love
Dance
this.
every day.
This is wonderful. You make a good choice.
Yeah, I thought so.
And you make a good choice. I think
Who records for the Peckerwood label, which is a subsidiary of Bucket Lid. And me and Benny and everybody was back there just dying laughing. She said, "What's the Grand Ole Opera?" Well, I can't repeat what I told her. I said, "You got to be kidding me." You know, she really thought that. This guy had this woman come out to introduce me. And
He was
Bill.
about my age and had a young woman.
Yeah, he was about 70 years old and had this woman about 25, you know.
Well, that was his problem.
And she was, he had her book somewhere. He had her book somewhere that night at a nightclub, and it got canceled. So he said, I had to work her somewhere, so I just thought I'd bring her out and let her MC the show. And she said, I come up to her and said, "What's the Grand Ole Opera?" I said, "You gotta be kidding me." Yeah. I couldn't believe it. She didn't know what the Grand Ole Opry was. And then then they all jumped on her like a duck on a June bug. You know, when they found out she didn't know nothing, they just converged on her. And Bill told her, said,
She said, "How do you want me to
He said, "How do you want me to introduce you?" And Bill said, "Well, just tell him that I record for Peckerwood label. That's a subsidiary of Bucket Lid." And that's how she introduced him.
Are you kidding?
I promise you. Did she not, Bill?
That's right.
Yes, she did.
Peckerwood.
But remember this, there's not a heck of a lot you can do to hurt his musical career.
That's like, what's your
I'll
old
tell
boy?
him about that time out deep sea fishing when you were supposed to be MC, and I looked over and Bobby was green right around here. He's supposed to be interviewing me, and I thought, uh-oh, we got somebody that's seasick. And I said, well Bobby,
you know,
our kids have
when you-
all grown up, you know.
When,
They kept saying, talk, Bobby, talk.
when you
and he
take
couldn't.
those mullet that we were using for bait, whole mullet, and you slice them down the middle, and you gut them.
And you're about 20 miles out in
And
the
you're
ocean.
20 miles out in the ocean, and it's going like this, and I got an inner ear problem that won't quit anyway.
I'm surprised I didn't get seasick.
Oh,
Yeah,
listen.
Oh, mercy.
I
And then
was.
I caught that shark and I swung it around right in Benny's face.
But you caught a grouper that day that was beyond belief.
78 pounds.
78-pound grouper. I still got pictures of that. That is a wonderful fish. But it was the closest I ever come to throwing up over the side that I didn't do it.
Bobby was supposed to be talking to me all the time we was fishing, you know, and I looked over and the crew was
Green.
Saying, they said, talk, Bobby, talk. And he was real pale green right around here, and I thought, uh-oh. I said, well, Bobby, I guess your kids are all grown up. My kids are all grown up. Bobby, I just started to
She
rag.
started rattling.
I caught a fish once.
How
Big
big
one.
was the fish?
It was big, but it was a carp.
Yeah.
Nobody eats carp.
Oh, yes, they do.
Yeah, there's some
They
of them
do?
Yeah, a lot of people
I
do.
never ate a carp. Do you eat carp?
I don't, but I know people do.
I never.
Hey,
Yeah,
what's
I
the
did
man's name at doing this show?
What's the man's
Larry
name that's
Black?
doing this
Larry
show?
Black.
Larry
Yeah,
Black.
that's kind of black. They eat them fish.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jerry Bird and I were fishing along in Kentucky Lake, and this couple was sitting on the bank, and the woman caught a a little bass about this long,
Uh-huh.
and she threw it back. And her husband said, "What was that?" She said, "I don't know, but it wasn't no car."
Hey,
I guess
you
that's
know
why we
what?
didn't eat it.
Skepner, that used to manage,
Oh,
the
yeah,
Brewers.
yeah.
He came out the ballpark, you talking about my career, that reminded me. And I hollered at him, he was walking down the steps, I said, "Hey, Skep, can you do anything for my career?" He said, "You got to have one first."
Oh, don't tell him that.
Yeah, I think you're great.
It's a good thing he can jump
I think
high.
you're
That's
great.
right.
I think
Yeah,
you're great.
because I can't sing, it's the thing I can jump. That's what Tubbs told me.
Is that
Yeah.
what he's telling you?
Yeah,
Think you
Tubbs.
can jump?
Yeah.
It's a dang good thing you can jump high, because you sure as hell can't sing.
I just finished and was coming off the stage, and it was getting encore.
Well, yeah, you just had to what, too
No
old to
help.
cut the mustard, or
No
no
help
help wanted,
yeah.
right, right.
And he said, "It's a good thing you can jump, because you sure can't sing." And he was right.
He didn't pull any punches when he was in that bottle, did he?
I just heard that you sang Too Old to Cut the Mustard at a wedding. Is that right?
What's that?
I just heard you saying Too Old to Cut the Mustard at a wedding.
At Oz and her, yeah.
Sure did. Throw your son tied down. I don't believe we're married.
Huh?
Do you?
What?
I don't believe we're married yet.
You over married, I can say that.
You over married,
Yeah.
if anything.
Did he?
Yeah. That preacher, Mary's, he's in the penitentiary. So, I don't think we're married at all.
The guy that married you is in the penitentiary?
Yeah.
Is he?
He sure is.
You know, I
Does
don't
that
even.
nullify everything he did in his life?
No,
If it
it-
does, well, then you're not married.
I don't feel like I'm married.
Is that right? You feeling single?
See, I
Acting,
feel single.
seeing double and acting single?
You're right.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Hey.
Your show day deal down there.
Oh, my Louisiana show day deal.
Hey, come here, I want to shake your hand.
Hey, what you say?
Yeah.
All right. How you doing?
Good.
Oh, now we're branded now.
Your brothers.
Yeah, yeah. Or otherwise. But yeah, I had to see you on the list.
Oh, man.
But I'm glad you're here. We might work it together.
We can certainly do that. We can
What I'll
certainly
do is I'll night unless you take over. Start working. You will take care of other stories. Mobile introduce us.
I don't know. I just let them
See Rock City.
Yeah, Roxy.
Got my cowboy hat. Oh, they're sneaking shots.
Yeah. Hey, we've almost done a show already.
Well, they can put it all.
They
can
can
edit
cut
it
'em
down.
in there.
They can make us look real good.
Yeah.
They can all the bad out. Put in the good.
Shut down the whole operation if you really go ahead into that dialect.
Yes, I can shut it down real quick.
It's better than not
Oh, he's a hell of a guy. Well, he does what everybody else.
It was great. It was absolutely great, Boxcar.
And then we had one called Break 19 where you imitated all the stars.
Yeah. Well, he does on that, the night the Opry went pop. He does Hank Snow doing a rock and roll song. Ernest Tubb doing a rock and roll song. It was great. It was absolutely great.
I worked with him about 2 years. You know, he's dead now.
He's dead now, yeah. Well, I didn't know you worked with him for a couple of years.
Well, he lived with Palmer over there for,
He was a nice guy.
yeah.
Calm down a while.
Oh, that's it. I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom and redo it.
Really precious. He said, Sam, I enjoyed your book. It's a great book. It's a toilet book. And I said, a toilet book? He said, yeah, I tell you what. He said, I take your book, I keep it in the toilet. And he said, when I want to know who was on the show, what air date, he says, I just go into the back of the book and see who was on. And then he said, by the way, I wasn't on that often.
That's funny.
I haven't been through that for so long, I wouldn't even.
Where do you make home now, Mark?
In Nashville.
Are you in Nashville? I think when you did the show, you were not living in Nashville. I think you were Indiana, something.
Ohio.
Ohio. Okay. Now, I remember that.
I'm
yeah.
from Ohio, but
Uh-huh.
we've
But you moved to Nashville now.
in '82.
Oh, well, good.
82.
So you're still hanging in the business? And
Yeah.
Bless you.
Yeah.
That's good.
I sure
The
am.
last time I saw you someplace, you were appearing with your daughter.
Really?
I'm trying to figure out where it
Holly's
was.
going to be 30 years old.
Oh, bless her heart.
Yeah, doesn't seem possible.
She the only one you have, Mark?
No, we have some more.
Have you?
Yeah, my husband has 2, and I have.
And
a son.
where's your daughter Holly make home?
Franklin.
Franklin? Oh, so you're all in the Nashville area.
That's
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Good, good. Yeah, well, once in a while, you know, I live in California. I don't live in
Yeah, I heard you live in California.
And once in a while I'll tune in and I'll watch and I'll catch a few of these people around.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
always good to.
Business has changed a lot.
Oh, tell me
Hasn't it
about it.
changed?
Sure
It's
has.
really changed.
Big. And I tell you, I was just telling Jimmy C. Newman, I think the problem is we have a lot of young people in the business that did not grow up in the roots of country music and know what it's all about and what it represents. And they are at the mercy of the media buyers in New York, Madison Avenue. And of course, they run into young people back there. And they just don't understand the roots of what our business is all about. And I think overall, the reason that Hee Haw lasts 23, 24, 25 years is that I was there. I was with the people, I was with the buyers and with the advertisers. And I was strong enough to convince them, don't worry about New York. Don't worry about Los Angeles. Worry about the rest of the country. Because those are the people we want to reach. And that's why we lasted that long. Plus, we were family.
That's right.
That's what helped. And people recognize that. You know, I went to see Roy Clark at the Orleans night casino in Las Vegas about 2 weeks ago. And he didn't know I was coming in. And I got in just before his show started. And I sat there with my wife and my kids. And just before he went on to do Montegrania, somebody handed him a note. And the note obviously said that I was there. So he said, folks, I just have to make a short announcement. He said, one of my dearest friends, Sam Lavella, is here, so forth. And he went on to tell me, went on to tell the people in the audience all the great things about the show Hee Haw. And they cheered and applauded, and they went on and on and
That's
on.
awesome.
But let me tell you what happened. And I'm a little gun shy about that.
Right.
And he knows that.
Yeah.
But he loves to needle and embarrass me,
Uh-huh.
right? But what's interesting is that when the show was over with and he took his bow and the curtains closed, suddenly the attraction came onto me. 1,200 people, and I'm not exaggerating. Everyone surrounded me, and the one thing they said, what happened to that good show? Why aren't we having more television shows like that?
That's right.
And that was just such a good feeling. No one didn't care who I was. They just wanted to talk about the quality of television that was on the air these days.
Well, I'm grateful I got to do Hee Haw. It was a fun
Oh,
show.
well,
It
I
was great.
tried to get a lot of people in. But you know what was happening, Margaret? Towards the end, I was getting a lot of pressure by
Oh,
it.
sure. Absolutely.
I was getting people, what are you getting the old timers on for? That's not going to gain us any points. And they wanted that youth movement. They went,
Absolutely.
and what the bottom line was, the last year, they wanted me to make some major changes, and I went to Roy and I said, what do you think? He said, it's not going to work, Sam. And I said, I agree with you. And it didn't work.